I'm Dawn Harris. I'm with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, and you're here at Haystack Rock. This is a National Wildlife Refuge. It's part of Oregon Islands National Wildlife Refuge, which includes 1,853 islands on the entire coast of Oregon. Wow. They are set aside because they provide critical nesting habitat for seabirds. This includes tufted puffin, common murre, black oyster catcher. Some of these birds are doing pretty well, and some are in decline and birds of conservation concern, like the black oyster catcher, which you can hear whistling in the distance right now.
Wow.
But look, so that's these birds spend their entire winter at sea, and then they come here just to raise babies. And so we want to make sure people aren't climbing on the islands or flying drones that might disturb them, because drones look like predators to some of these birds, like a bald eagle or a falcon. So we want to just make sure people are not disturbing the birds. But also, it's a great place to learn. And so if you've never been tide pooling, this area in front is called a marine garden, and it is set aside as an area to learn about all the cool creatures, from anemones and sea stars to mossy chitons that live here. And so when the tide is a little bit lower than this, you can walk among the rocks and touch them and learn about them, but we don't allow any collecting because all of these things help keep a healthy environment, plus some of the birds depend on some of the creatures that live here for food, and vice versa.
You had a great sign over here, and I took a picture of it. It said, "I'm not a rock, I'm a home."
Correct.
I loved that. I was like, I'm taking a picture of this, and I want to share this with everybody, because we are always telling people, because where we're from, we have a lot of people that are building cairns and things like that are unnecessary, right. Just for fun, and I understand. Sure. But we're disturbing the wildlife, right? And just don't do it. I'm not a rock, I'm a home. I love that.
Yeah, and on some of these rocks, in fact, the closer you get to the deeper part of the ocean, the more diversity of life you find too. And so there can be tens of thousands of creatures living on one rock. And that's why they grow by the inch and die by the foot. You've probably heard that before.
Yeah.
And so 1 foot can crush 100 creatures. And they don't look alive, but when you stop, take a second, look really closely, you'll see, oh my goodness, there's living little moving creatures there.
So amazing. Yeah. So do you guys have somebody here watching this all the time?
I'm with Fish and Wildlife Service, and then the folks in the red are part of the Haystack Rock Awareness Program. That's the city of Cannon Beach. And so and then I have volunteers and staff down here, and they definitely have folks down here every single day.
Nice.
During low tide.
Yeah.
And that's one, to share proper etiquette, but the other is to answer questions that people might have. And if someone wants to see a sea star, we can maybe help out with that.
All right, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This is so incredible.
Good. I'm glad you're here today, and it's not raining. It's nice.
Oh no, it's been beautiful.